Congratulations to your reigning two-time MVP Nikola Jokic being honored pregame as the Nuggets' lone All-Star. They were hosting the Brooklyn Nets right before All-Star Weekend, who were without Kyrie Irving, out to a back injury, which means the Luka show was back in full effect. Luka scoring after you saw Michael Porter Jr. score for the Nuggets. More of the Don, doing what the Don has had to be for Dallas since he's pretty much got drafted there. Being the number one again. Other end, Uncle Jeff Green knocking in at 3. And then how about Christian Braun? Up top we go. It's the new Nugget, Thomas Bryant for show. Denver expanding their lead to double digits. MVP in the room. Get out the way. It's Jokic going to work all over this Dallas defense. That scoop score beats the halftime buzzer. It's Denver up by 17 as we took a break. Third quarter, the Don trying to keep his Mavs afloat, but he's dealing with a very balanced attack in Denver that got help from a lot of guys. Michael Porter Jr. for 3. Uncle Jeff had 24 points on 11 of 16 shooting. Dallas could use some magic from Larry Luka. He tried it. He had 37 points. Christian Wood knocks in a 3. There's a 12-1 run from Dallas. They cut the deficit down to 10, but that is literally as close as they get when it's winning time. The difference is Denver's got the two-time MVP. Dallas did not. As great as Luka is, Jokic is just on another level. His 21st triple-double of the season, the 97th of his career. 14 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 MVPs. Closing in on number 3, the Nuggets win by 9. Well, Kyrie Irving didn't play in this game, and Kyrie's not apologizing to anybody for that. During All-Star Weekend, Kyrie Irving discussed the topic of load management. He said, I don't know who created the term load management or guys sitting out or this narrative that continues to play about stars or guys not being available. I don't know who started this narrative, but it's completely run amok. I think it's dehumanized some of us in terms of just the way we prepare ourselves day to day. This is a 24/7 job. We have cameras on us at all time. It's a high-level combative sport. It's very aggressive. So Kyrie Irving is not a fan of media. Fans continuing to say, hey, bro, load management is a problem, right? And he's like, yo, we're humans. And I'm not arguing that Kyrie Irving is not, worked very hard as a basketball player. I'm sure it takes a lot of efforts to be as great as Kyrie Irving. I'm not arguing that. I'm not even, look, Kyrie's got his own thing. I'm past that at this point in my life. I love him on the court. I think he's a phenomenal basketball player. We just fundamentally see life differently. And I can't convince, I don't know the brother, but even if we were in the same room, I'm not trying to convince Kyrie Irving to see life the way I see life. It is what it is. I will say this, though, to Kyrie. If that is your perspective, then we got a problem. Not me personally. The league's got a problem, though, on their hands. Kyrie Irving's one of the stars of the league. I know he's getting older, but he's still one of the stars of the league. He's one of the best box office tickets you can find. And again, Kyrie Irving, if that's your thought process on fans that are mad about paying hundreds of dollars for tickets to games and you not showing up to work, then okay. We still do have a problem, though, that has to be fixed. Fans are not going to continue to dish out $400, $500, $600, sometimes thousands of dollars to come to a game to not see Kyrie Irving play, to not see LeBron James play, to not see Kevin Durant play. There's a problem. That's a shrewd business model that's not going to work. So whether Kyrie Irving wants to put the fans first or not, that's his prerogative. He's rich, right? He can do whatever the hell he wants at this point. The NBA's got a shrewd business model that once LeBron retires, or maybe even in this next CBA, if LeBron's still playing, the NBA is going to negotiate. This is going to be a very tough. We're probably heading to a lockout. Look, I love basketball. I cover it every day. I've been doing this when I had 2 people watching my videos. Now I got thousands of people watching my videos every day. I love talking NBA, but I'll never lie, and I'll never act like the most important piece of the puzzle is the fans. We are the most important piece of the product, and Kyrie Irving has made a lot of money and seemingly has forgotten that, or maybe he's just too far removed from the athletes of yesterday that were making hundreds of millions of dollars like he is. I'm telling you, there is something to it's comments like this where Kyrie kind of lets you know what he thinks about, himself, others. You got to you got to read in between the lines of some of these comments with Kyrie Irving. Here, the reality is I can't lose focus of how hard you have to work in this country to make money. All right, let me just put it out there in the atmosphere. My wife works in cancer research. My wife doesn't make millions of dollars. Her days are long, and oftentimes she's got stories that will literally put you, even the strongest dude, to tears. All right, I'm just being honest with you. My wife is trying to help cure cancer. It is a job that you ain't gonna see, her story get celebrated over and over again, but it is a job that has to get done. She don't make millions of dollars doing it. She loves what she does. The reality is, if my wife has you a part of her research, you're probably about to die. I'm just being honest right now. I'm sorry to be very blunt. If my wife has you a part of her research, you're probably close to the end. She's trying to help you, comfort you in your last days, do research so when the next person gets close to your position, they can find ways to extend your life out. That's what my wife does for a living. She doesn't get millions of dollars to do it. What guys like Kyrie Irving have lost the sight of is there are a lot of jobs around this country where people work hard. And I didn't even use my career. I used my wife, the closest person to me, because what I get to do for a living is nothing but a pure blessing. I work 18-hour days pretty much every day of my life, but I get to talk basketball and music every day of my life. So there are never any complaints on my end. I've literally built myself into a career. Sometimes the months are very fulfilling. Sometimes they're not, but it's a blessing what I get to do. My wife, she works hard. And a lot of days are just, she doesn't make millions of dollars doing what she gets to do, what she does for a living. These athletes are no longer, I'll tell y'all this before and I'll say it again. These athletes they're like a generation and a half removed. A lot of the NBA players are from poverty. These are middle-class guys. And, some people have gotten mad at me for using that term in the past. I'm going to continue to use it because I think it's very important. You got to understand this. When you are not the person that comes from nothing, that has to work tirelessly like a self to build something for the legacy that you're going to leave behind, you can't get it. You don't understand it oftentimes. I don't know Kyrie's background. I know for a fact, just listening to how he talks, he has had somebody in his life that was doing pretty okay. Without knowing too much about Kyrie Irving's backstory, I know for a fact, as blessed as he's been as a player, his life wasn't, I don't want to, he's clearly had some financial advances that people that look like him from where he's from probably didn't have, because that's what that talk is right there. People work hard for their money. If you work a 9 to 5 and you make $10 an hour, you're bringing in. I mean, I don't even want to even do the quick math. We're talking about $1,000 paychecks every 2 weeks. To go to an NBA game is what, $300 for a decent ticket? Well, let's say $200, right? For a good enough ticket, you got to incorporate, food that you're going to probably want to eat. We're talking about a fifth of your paycheck. So about 2 or 3, 4 days worth of work out of your 2-week period in your 9 to 5 just went to paying for that NBA game. Yeah, the fans got to get valued in this relationship. Again, what Kyrie Irving is arguing that players are taking the time off to work their bodies through injuries to make sure they're the best version of themselves. I'm not arguing that. Maybe that's true. But if I'm going to see a Tyler Perry play and Medea's not out there, I'm going to get on the phone with customer service and get my money back the next day. If I'm going to a game and Kyrie Irving's not playing and LeBron James is not playing or Kevin Durant's not playing, but when I purchased this ticket, the ticket advertised Kyrie, LeBron, Kevin Durant, I'm saying we got a problem, period. And this problem is going to get situated in the next CBA, because what's going to happen is tickets are going to be left unsold. And maybe it's not, 50% of the tickets not being sold, but trust and believe to those owners, a lot of these owners that own the arenas, also as they own the teams, that 10 to 15% on a random Wednesday night in February is adding up. They want to capitalize on all that. And you mix that in with the TV rights deal that's going to get very interesting. I'm telling you, man, there's going to be some very tough conversations. A guy like Kyrie Irving has been able to benefit from not only playing with LeBron James, but playing in the same era as a guy like LeBron James. LeBron won't be a negotiating piece for the next CBA. Y'all going to have to find other stars to do that. And you're going to lose a lot of that leverage. LeBron has held this league down for a very long time. LeBron James-generated storylines have kept a lot of fans. And also LeBron and guys like Giannis, they play a lot. In their prime, they didn't miss a lot of games. They channeled that energy of the athletes of yesterday. You keep hitting with this Kyrie Irving mentality, like, yo, my body ain't right. I can't play. I ain't 100%. I can't go. I hear you. I ain't mad at that. Do you? Take care of yourself. But I'm saying that's not going to work for the fans. The fans got to say in this too. Their money's got to matter too. Okay, you can't go. Okay, my pockets can't go.